Hey everybody, I have another quick project to share with you today, and I have used the Prima Divine collection for this project, and it's an altered clock, thermometer and hydrometer. I have no idea what hydrometer does, but don't tell anyone that. So this was actually really difficult. It was a lot harder than I expected because the whole thing spins. And then these, I'm not going to be able to do it now, look, these all spin as well. So this was a lot harder to do than I expected it to be, because it's really hard to embellish something when you're worried that you're stuck and you're going to stop things from moving. So I've mainly just sort of embellished the top and the inside, because that's pretty much all I could do, to be honest. So the top, let me tilt this up and show you. So the top I've covered in some of the Prima Divine paper. Then we've got some of the coordinating Prima flowers. There's one of the coordinating buttons here, a metal filigree here, and just a gem piece that I had over here, and a pearl spray. Then around the sides I've done two different pieces of paper. So on the corners we have the ruler piece of paper, and then on the sides we have the small banner piece of paper, and that runs right the way around. And then further down the bottom I've covered the bottom with a sheet of paper, and then I've gone over with this lace, which I've tried to sort of make two tones. So I've sprayed that with some of my Lindy's, and some of that is blue and some of that is pink. And I've done the same on sort of the bottom triangle with the ruler one at the edges, and then the pink paper in between that. And they are actually, I don't know if you can see here, but they are actually covered underneath as well. And then the inside, on the pole here at the top, which you can't see obviously, and the bottom, I've texture painted those. And then I've texture painted around the clocks, and then I've sprayed them with a few different colours of Lindy's, and I've actually stamped like a script stamp over the top of that. So the first thing on the actual clock itself I want to show you is the clock face. I have altered that. I managed to get that apart and unscrew it and take that out and alter the clock face, and the clock is still working. So I've put a bit of the paper behind there. I've used some rub-ons for the numbers. I've changed the colours of the clock hands, and I've done some texture paste in there as well. Then if we spin the clock, on the other side of the clock we have this little compartment, and the photos will show this better, but in this little compartment I've stuck this piece of the paper with the birds to the front, and then there is a piece of paper behind that and some flowers in there as well. Then if we spin the clock round this way, on the back of this one, I couldn't alter these without breaking them, and I decided I'd like it to function, so don't tell anyone. I don't know what a hydrometer does, but it functions, it works. So I couldn't alter these because of that, but I have done the texture paint round the side the same as the others. And then on the other side of that, in here I have a piece of the paper line, and this little girl here is pushing this little girl here in a pram. So I've cut one of the Crafty Embly's wooden prams and put that inside that plastic one there, and I've added this little bow here. Then on this one I have the thermometer. I know what that does, and same with that, I couldn't alter that without breaking it, so I decided to leave it as it was. And on the other side I have a bit of the paper line in the background. Then I've run beads around the inside of the plastic like a pearl bead spring. I've attached this bit of paper, which is actually again on the inside of the plastic window, and a couple of flowers in there. So they're the three compartments, which I think I'm quite pleased with. And then on the inside, I don't know, let me open these up and see. Don't know how well you can see that, but I've got some of the Prima flowers in there. Then I've got a little key stood up here. We turn it this way, there's half a clock underneath there, and on this side I have the keyhole which goes with the key in there. So yeah, I mean, quite a simple project, but was really, really good fun to do. Very, very simple, like I said, but didn't take me too long at all. I'm going to work on a rather large project again next, so it might be a little while before my next video, but I hope you like this. Thank you for watching. Any comments or questions, please let me know, and I will insert some still photos now. Thank you.